very good, Harmon. Welcome to
Thank you.
Media Live. That is Harmon's new song that's not out yet. It's called The Dark, not The Dark Master. Because when he sent it to me, it was the file. Ha ha ha! I know, I messed it up. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's good to be back after the big 3-year show we did. What was that, last Sunday? Wasn't it, Harmon? Harmon was on here for that. We had a great time. A lot of people showed up that I just didn't think I'd get a whole lot showing up, but a lot of people did. The whole screen was full of. I had the big screen hooked up to the Zoom call, and the whole thing was full of people. So it was awesome. Check it out. It's on the YouTube page, that we're on now. And so you can watch it if you want to. We have virtually traveled back to Weirton. I didn't know this, but until they came on the Zoom call. But God's End is with us tonight. Welcome, guys, from Weirton.
Hi, thank you.
I've been to Weirton one time, and I was telling James Keller this. He was the last one from Weirton. I've been to Weirton one time recently. I won a scratch-off ticket, the lottery tickets. And instead of just mailing it in and waiting for them to send me my money, I went and got it at the Weirton office. So I do know Weirton for the lottery office. Very, very nice. It was nice and clean inside. I didn't get my picture taken in front of the winner's circle sticker, the big thing they have on the wall. But hey, I felt special. I got a gift bag with lip balm and a hat that's black that I'll probably never ever wear because I work outside and it's too hot for a black hat. It's like wearing a black shirt. And like a pen, actually a very nice pen. I like, it was like a bank pen. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it was nicer than a bank pen. Yes, if you will. I don't know. Anyway, Harmon, it's nice to have you back as a guest co-host because we were talking about that on Sunday.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
You've been doing Little League or something, right? Not you, but like coaching or something. Have you been coaching these kids?
No, not this year. Just support. I don't want to.
You weren't fired from last year, were you?
No.
Now, I watch these. Well, you see it on the news too. I watch how these parents get involved in the game, and with the umpires and stuff a little bit too much. These are children. Does that happen in your all's league?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Like, they heckle the umpire and stuff.
Yeah. It was like 3 weeks ago. They had a tournament, and like they have these certain rules, like tournament rules. But long story short, we won the game. The time frame to start the next inning, we exceeded that. So the game was supposed to be over after the third out of that inning. And this lady, the lady from the other team, she kind of manipulated the refs, and she was like, "Hey, we still have time to play. Let's start another inning." And they didn't really read the rule book because they're volunteers and stuff. So next thing you know, they start another inning. And it goes. So they scored, and it was tied. And then we had to play 2 more, and then the kids ended up losing. Because
I would definitely heckle him. I would have been heckling the crap out.
Well,
of him.
and so after they started that inning and it kept going, then you had like parents of like our team just screaming at the umps and this lady, and I was like, man, you know what I mean? I'm just sitting back. I'm on the outfield just watching. I'm like, man, this is like, it is ridiculous because she manipulated the game and. So shame on her, but it ruined the kids.
The umpire, you'd think, would come out and have the rule book in his back pocket like he's supposed to.
Well, they should, but but it does happen, and people were screaming. I think one of our coaches, I'm not sure if he got ejected or not, but he was screaming, and I was like, it's just upsetting because the kids won and the game was over, and then they had to leave, and they lost at the end of the day. So
it's kind of like the other team got a chance to keep playing. So why don't they? Yeah, that's a bunch of crap.
Yep.
Now, are there like board meetings for these? I don't know. I mean, I've played in Little League, but I don't have any kids, so I don't know how this.
Well, yes, there's a Little League board and everything. I'm not a part of that stuff this past year. Like I said,
though. I mean, since you were there when that happened, you should show up at least for these people.
Well, I think next year, like my son wants me to help coach, and I didn't really want to get involved this year because it's like.
Sounds like you need to because you're a big dude, and I would be scared if you were heckling me.
Well, I just like more like he wants me to help now, so I'm okay with it. Like before, I don't want to be like the overbearing parent that's like, do this because this is what I did. Like I want him to have fun. Like I don't want to be a part of. You don't
like coach's son credits and all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So I wanted to let him do his thing, but some of the other coaches reached out and they asked me, and I said, sure, I'll help. I mean, I played.
They're sick and tired of getting heckled, so they want you to jump in and do it.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be a part of the arguments, but
Well, I could talk about this for hours actually, but well, maybe not. But God's End is on tonight, and it's nice to have you guys on. I know Kevin from tripping over him more recently at the Dragonfly Effect show in Pittsburgh, and he's this guy with long hair, and he lifts weights too. You lift something. I don't know what you lift, but so like I'm when I film shows, I just have my gimbal, so like I can zoom in from wherever I'm at. Sometimes I'll get up and go to the side and stuff, but photographers like Kevin, they have to they get good angles, like ones that I wish I get, but I'm just too embarrassed to get up on the stage and get up underneath somebody. I don't know, just I'm weird like that. But so Kevin went in front of me at one point and he's like, sorry. I mean, but it's cool. Like I'm in the way of, if anything, I'm in the way. Like shouldn't have to. It's just.
It's funny you mentioned that. So the Pantera reunion's going on. They played Star Lake not too long ago.
You were there, right? You went to that.
I was there. I wasn't doing any pictures. I was just attending the show. But I was talking to Live Nation. They told me they had 14 photographers.
What?
In that barricade for Star Lake. 14.
Like independent guys that just want to get.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if you guys have ever worked in a kitchen before. Like I used to work
behind.
Behind. Yeah. Like everywhere you go, behind. And some people don't do it and you yell at them. But that's what I imagine of that.
Yeah.
Like so many photographers just. But like you do have to get the good shot, but it's not like you're paparazzi and you're going to get $1 million for a shot. I mean, I don't know if you work independent, Kevin, but some people do, I guess, that go to some shows, especially like local Pittsburgh shows or whatever. Like they might get something if they sell their pictures to. Does that happen in Pittsburgh? I don't know.
So those bands paid me a little bit to just do their sets for them, and I edited it up and sent it over to them. But like I did Mudvayne. And that was kind of for iHeartRadio, kind of just me, and I got paid nothing for it. I just went, more experience than anything. So
right, yeah, of course, yeah. That's gonna be fun though. I actually saw Brandon Bonner from Shadow of Corvus at on Wednesday when we were talking on Messenger about this show. Was it Brandon? Do you know Brandon Bonner from Shadow of Corvus?
Can't say I do.
Maybe it wasn't him. Anyway, I saw so many people, Pittsburgh people, because it was a Craft House. It was the Power Man 5000 show, which was awesome. Those guys still got it. I don't know how Spider is still even walking, but because he's got to be way older. Because I was in middle school when they first came out, and I'll be 43 in September, so he's got to be pushing his late 50s. Got to be, but he can still sing. He does look the age a little bit when you zoom in, because when I was zooming in with my
right,
I could see the wrinkles, but. But he actually called me out. He called me out on stage. Spider did, because I had Dan Skiz on the show from Power Man, the guitar player, and he's actually from Pittsburgh. So we talked a little bit before he went out. I think he told Spider something, because I'm like, you can't even see me. Like I'm off this to the side. I don't know if you've been to Craft House, but I'm off to the side, like over near the door, and just mind my own business. And he looks right at me. Spider does, and he goes, put the camera away. And like it's quiet, like it's not like during the song or anything. He's like, put the camera down, have a good time. So I did. I put the gimbal away and had fun. So I got caught up by Spider. What are you doing? Look, it's Invisible Rob's head. What'd you need? I could have gotten it for you there, buddy. Interrupted the show. I was in the middle of a very important story about nothing. All I can hear is I can't hear anything. What'd you say? He said my hair looks nice. Thank you. Anyway, that was a fun show. I was the only photographer, I think, there.
Oh, nice.
I wasn't photographing. I don't know if I was doing that. Anyway, the show's not about that stuff. The show's about God's End. Tell me a little bit about yourselves. I know you sent me a bio, but tell the folks a little bit about yourselves, how you got going and all that stuff.
So it kind of just started back in 2022 toward the end, just writing some stuff here and there. If you play guitar?
I do, yeah. Not very good, but yeah.
You know what the HM2 pedal is?
No, but it sounds important. Should I know what it is?
It's the most important pedal you'll ever hear. No. So I just wanted to kind of base the guitar sound around that a little bit. There's a lot of bands that do that. It's called the HM2 cult. So we're kind of part of that. Not really writing any certain way or anything. Just kind
what did that pedal do exactly?
It turns your tone into a chainsaw.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's called the chainsaw tone. So
Okay, all right.
But yeah, just writing some stuff here and there, and then asked my buddy Tyler to hop in, and he hopped in. And as months progressed, we got Bobby, and now we got another Tyler here. So that's like the shortest version of the band ever, but that's basically what it is.
Now is the band going? So whose idea was it? Was it yours, Kevin?
Yeah.
At the very beginning. Now
Yep.
is it? This is the part where you have to be honest in front of your other members. Is it going in the direction you wanted it to go from the start? Not
Yeah.
now. So it is.
Originally it was just like a passion project, just to kind of write some tunes. And then I was like, kind of want to play these live. And now we're playing them live, and everyone's got their own input. Everyone's got their own side of things here. So it's all fun.
That's the best. That's what you need, though, too. You know, you need.
Yeah.
You can't do everything on your own. I'm learning that too, but that's I'm not going to talk about that now. But and Harmon learns that Harmon does a lot of pretty much all of his own stuff for the most part, right? Nowadays.
Yep. Yeah, what you heard, I did everything on that track, from drums, vocals, guitar. Megan played bass, but I did all the mixing and editing and sent it out to Mr. Smalls to kind of adjust some levels for me.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of there a few months ago.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I went to see a Knuckle Puck show, and I haven't been to a punk rock show in like a year or two, so I forgot that, like, when they put barricades in front of the stage, it means no stage diving, and I totally disregarded that. Hopped up on stage, and I was like airborne, going into the crowd, and some like big dude just like grabbed me by my shirt and was like, "All right, you're done," and just walked me outside.
Oh, he didn't even give you like a second chance.
No, he was like, "You're out of here, dude."
That's
ridiculous.
Well,
I was telling them while the song was playing, you got a little bit of Lemmy in your voice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What are your all's influences? What's God's influence? And then then we'll hear the burn victim, so the watchers can kind of hear you. But what's your influence? Well, let's go around the room. Okay. So name, instrument, and favorite something. What you got, Harmon? Favorite something. Favorite
song, band.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Favorite song or band. Like, I guess.
Or current, or current. Yeah, current or past.
And influence too.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
I'm Tyler. I'm the guitar player. I'd say probably my biggest one for like writing and listening and like just getting stuff from is probably like Crowbar. Just with the style we do, I bring a lot of stuff from that and makes it pretty darn good.
Right on.
All right, I'm Tyler, also known as T2.
Yeah.
I play bass. I'm a lot younger than everyone else in the band, so my influences kind of come from older Bring Me the Horizon, not so much like 90s metal or earlier metal like with them.
Yeah, I'm Bobby. I play drums. I'd say a lot of I'm actually a big like pop punk kid. Like I love mostly pop punk music. As far as like hardcore goes, I love like Stray from the Path, Counterparts. Let's see, Fox Lake. I've been listening to them a good bit lately. Those guys.
Me and Harmon know Fox Lake. I've interviewed Fox Lake on the show before.
Those guys rock.
They rule.
I love those guys. And even like I really like the 1975 Laney, a lot of like different poppy stuff too, Brockhampton, stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm like a mixed bag when it comes to influences personally.
That's well rounded. That's well rounded.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin. I'm the guitar player and vocalist, along with Tyler playing guitar. A lot of influences from like Pantera. If I had to go like all-time influence, more modern would be like the Acacia Strain. I have different guitars in my arsenal. I have like a couple 9-strings. I really love playing Amur stuff, but that doesn't really translate with this band. So late 90s, like that death metal HM2 sound, Obituary. You had Entombed, you had, help me out, I'm blanking.
Too.
Yeah, HM2 bands.
A lot more modern ones now too.
Yeah.
Harm's Way.
Harm's Way,
Gate Creeper.
Trap Them, Fuming Mouth. I mean, the list goes on, but just fun bands.
Yeah. Okay, 9-string. Now that's. Hey, Rob. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. Kevin here has a couple 9-string guitars. I know yours is what, 7?
Yeah.
So okay, so Rob, have you done a 9? Have you played on a 9-string before?
No, but I've tuned mine to C standard.
He says he tunes his to C standard. You're 7?
C, yeah.
Yeah. So, so my acoustic that's in standard tuning. It's not supposed to be. It's not happy. It's a lot of minors. You know, it's a lot of minor chords. But he's playing, you know, his 7-string and like grunge it up. So look, come on, man, you know, and he does for sure. And what was I don't know. I can't remember what I was gonna say. So there was something else I was gonna add. Oh, the HM2 pedal. Have you ever heard of that?
What's he tuned his 9-string to?
He wants to know what you tune your 9-string to.
A0.
A0. His eyes went. He went like this. I could pan over there, but he's Invisible Rob for a reason. He's not, you know, visible. You didn't eat your
Don't you
pizza.
fucking move, Rob. You stay right over there.
I made that pizza for you, and it's still over there on the bass drum. What's going on? Don't give it to the drummer. He's.
Big bucket lasagna.
Yeah, he said you need
Barrel.
breakfast lasagna. No, me and Rob have a fetish for Stouffer's lasagna. A lot of people say it's gross, but hey, Mrs. Stouffer knows what she's doing exactly.
Mac and cheese is top tier.
She's not Mrs. for nothing.
Exactly. Yeah. Mr. Stouffer knew exactly what he was marrying. He said Mrs. Stouffer's out of the picture. See, I still want to just have a microphone in front of him so you can hear him, but he's working on things right now. He's working for me actually right now, aren't you? He said no. No, Rob does this I guess project that I'm working on. It's called Natural Cause, and Rob is doing the all the recording for it.
Oh.
So he's done a really good job. Yeah, aren't you, Rob? Really good job. Put yourself a pat on the back. But I just recruited Harmon to play drums because I think your drumming's phenomenal.
Appreciate it.
You need to move a little bit closer because you're a little bit too far away for that. But whatever.
How far out are you?
From each other?
Yeah.
About 3 hours, isn't it? I think.
I
I've only
thought-
been to Harmon's one time, and it was freezing ass cold. It's like going to the mountains of West Virginia. It's just brutally cold. I mean, it was brutally cold up there.
Oh, man.
Just, I mean, not in the house. I mean, he had a very warm home. We had steak for dinner. I mean, he gave me dinner.
Yeah.
You know,
Fresh
so-
Mountain Dew.
But you go outside to smoke a cigarette. Damn, it's like ugh. You're like you see like your nostrils freeze like on movies they show. It's exactly like that. That really happens. Really happens up there. Hey, let's listen to. Speaking of cold weather, let's listen to "Burn Victim." That wasn't a very good segue, I know, but
That was a great
Uh,
segment.
best I can do. What is this about? A burn victim? What is this about?
I don't know anymore.
Have you ever seen Star Wars Episode 3?
Not really. I'm not a big fan of the.
Yeah. Anakin just gets
Have you, Harmon?
burned.
Have you-
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. I think it was he's talking about. He said about Anakin and
Yeah.
like the volcano stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's that. It's just
Okay.
that.
All about that.
Okay.
That's all you want to. That's it. That's all it's about.
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay. This is God's End. This stuff is badass. I don't think I've had this heavy of music on since Bullet Biter from Indiana. Those guys are, yeah.
Oh,
mhm.
no shit.
So, but this might be actually. This is. I think this is a little bit heavier than that. So, we're gonna give them a run for their money anyway. But here is God's End with "Burn Victim."
Burn
All right.
Bing,
All right.
Bang,
I had to hand that off over to Invisible Rob for a minute. I was like, listen to this. Oh yeah, he's like, I like this.
Dropping heat.
Rob's a great critic too, because Rob doesn't like everything, and he loved Bullet Biter when I had Bullet Biter on. I was like, listen to this man. He's like, oh, and that's what he did. So that's good. What do you think, Harmon? Harmon's a great critic also. This type.
No, I think it's sick. I was just wondering the recording process, because it's like it's full. So
All
I
there,
just
yeah.
No, I mean like
About
yeah,
that.
because I know like early on when I was doing shit like last year to like this year, just learning different things, to have that full sound. I'm always interested to see everybody's recording like process and how they put it together.
So that song was the first song written. I don't want to leave these guys out, but I did everything in that. Just literally in my bedroom. So that's it.
That's awesome. I mean, don't be embarrassed for that at all. That's challenging to do, and there's so many people that are trying to do that and they can't quite get it. And I think that's what Harmon's asking, because there are a lot of people that can't. They just don't. I mean, I couldn't do it. I just don't know. I don't understand DAWs for one thing. I never have. I just don't have that.
Days of YouTube tutorials.
I'll be honest. People talk about COVID being a bad thing, and yeah, it was a pretty bad thing. But during that lockdown, that shutdown, I had time to learn.
Everybody had time for everything. Yeah.
So that's kind of where the start of the band kind of came from. I would do like covers here and there, and I would just pick around and just play with tones and stuff. And eventually, it just came to, okay, I like how this sounds. I kind of want to write with this, and it kind of went from there.
Yeah, it does sound very like I'd have to listen to the next one, and that has the other members in it also, right? The next recording.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be a good comparison, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But did you do it the same way?
Yes.
You did all of it. You did all of it yourself. Or
he added some leads, and there was more like constructive feedback on the two singles compared to the EP. EP, I just did everything and added like the covers in there just because I wanted to do them.
Have you guys played this out and have you played out of the house?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we just got back from Virginia Beach
Last week and a half ago, 2 weeks.
Let's pretend 2 weeks because I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
We just played in Virginia Beach, drove up there, 8-hour drive, drove back, 7-hour drive.
Yeah. shout out.
Driving's fun. Driving's a lot of fun. I just did that too, up to Cleveland. But
yeah.
But yeah.
Shout out to Heavy Hitter and Dem's Fighting Words. They took good care of us while we were down there.
Nice.
We actually had to pick up Dem's Fighting Words because they broke down like an hour out from the venue.
Oh, where are they from?
Indiana.
Chicago. Yeah.
Well, the singer's from Indiana and then Chicago.
Yeah. No, they're good guys.
That's you see that a lot on Instagram too of especially this time of year because everybody's getting out and touring. When you live in the north, this is the time of year to travel, not usually in the wintertime,
Yeah.
So you don't really hear a lot about it happening, but it's you see it a lot on social media of bands breaking down. There was one band that I actually hit up to be on the show. They were from I don't want to get it wrong, so I can't remember, but they weren't from the United States, but they were touring. They were doing a tour here, and they lost air conditioning in their van. It's been hot everywhere pretty much, but I think they were going through at the time, they were going through like Chicago and stuff, and they had no AC, so they put up a GoFundMe and stuff. So I shared it. They haven't been on the show, but it doesn't matter because we're all musicians, and what happened. It's karma, I guess. What happens when I'm in that situation, and I need like $5 to get to the next road, the next down, and you know what I mean.
Scott, how far are you from Charleston?
It's about 2 hours, a good 2 hours, right? To Charleston from here. Yeah, about 2 hours. Well,
that's our next one.
The way Invisible Rob drives, it's an hour and a half.
That's our next one. It's next month in September.
Where are you playing?
Hold on, I'll find out.
That's kind of important to know. I mean, for certain things.
We figured it out on the way down.
Blue Parrot.
Yeah, you figured out as you go, right?
He's saying Blue Parrot. The Blue Parrot.
Oh, Blue Parrot. I've not been there, but it's a great venue. I was about to go and see. Are you playing with local support?
Yeah, local support.
Who do you have on the bill? Do you have to look that up too?
No comment.
I can go. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. All right, so we got Messenger Vessel. They're the ones that got us on, and Altars of Sedition.
All right. Well, you know what you have to do, right? Tell them to be on Acute Mania Live.
Of course.
That's your
Easy
job.
enough.
That's your job.
Keep
Yeah,
that
what?
train rolling.
Are they playing in West Virginia?
Yes, the Blue Parrot in Charleston.
All right, thank you.
He can't. You have to have headphones on to hear. What?
If they need an opener, tell them about Scare Tape.
Oh, okay. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Now, Rob's son is in a very, very heavy band, heavy metal band. I don't know what you call this style. Heavy metal's fine, I guess, right? General. But they're called Scare Tape. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Scare Tape.
Sorry.
Look them up. They will play, shows with you because they're, just. It's.
Sounds brutal.
How would you? It's okay. So the lead singer.
Horror heavy.
What? Horror heavy?
Horror.
Oh, horror, not horror. Thought he said horror heavy. I'm like, well, I'll go. I'm there. And you said grindcore? Grindcore.
Oh yeah.
It's heavy shit though. I mean, it's.
Oh,
No, Zorian, the lead singer, he wears like things.
We also wear things.
He makes the things that he wears. Like they did a show. They did a show recently that I actually emceed the show, and they just brought this chair out, and the chair was covered in like like Zorian made it, but it was like covered in like brains and Vaseline everywhere, which is why I sat in it. But yeah, like they just make props and stuff, but he'll come out with like a I don't even know what's that cow head thing with the. It's like a cow skull thing. It's and then like when he's done wearing it, he'll put it on the mic stand. I mean, it's nuts. It's just look him up. Scare Tape. But that's Rob's son, Tyler, and his name's also Tyler.
Hey, T3.
There's two Tylers in this band. He can't hear anything we're saying. He just relate things to him. You know what I mean? There's usually nobody in here, so this is kind of good. I got somebody to talk to.
We love you, Silent Rob or Invisible Rob.
He called you Silent Rob. Hey, that's good. He said we love you, Silent Rob. He goes, I mean Invisible Rob, but yeah, Silent. Well, he is pretty. He used to be on the show. He used to join me on here, but for some reason, I've gotten out of hand or something. I don't know. But hey, let's switch the tone a little bit. Let's do the Wiener segment. You want to? Wiener segment?
I'd love to.
Okay, here's my dad introducing you to the Wiener segment. This is him singing, and my mom is on here a little bit as well.
I know a weenie man. He owns a weenie stand. He sells most anything from hot dogs on down. Someday I'll join his life and be his
weenie wife.
hot dog. I love that weenie man.
That's them. That's my parents right there.
Yeah.
My dad asked me the other day. He goes, "Are you still playing that for the Wiener segment?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, we can do a retake because they were actually on the show, and I just took a clip from the show and put it on the sound. You know." Anyway, this segment has nothing to do with my parents, other than that part.
Well, hopefully
It
not.
actually has. It actually has everything to do with my roommate Mike. Mike has a he's got a fetish for wieners, but not the way you think. He loves hot dogs.
Oh, our friend Annie, she's like that.
It's a glizzy.
Like likes wieners or hot
No,
dogs?
she like
I mean, because
so,
like,
She what?
but yeah, Mike loves hot dogs. He will travel miles for hot dogs. He will eat hot dogs all day long. I mean, he's done that before. He's actually left here and went and ate hot dogs for lunch, and then came back and then left again to go eat hot dogs at another place just to try it. So like I don't know. We started this a while ago, and actually he started asking what they like on their hot dogs, where they go for hot dogs. I was like, I don't want to do that. That's just. But it's been fun to do this, especially people in other countries. I've asked, like the guy in Finland. I asked, I guess hot dogs are very popular in Santa Claus, Finland. I didn't know that, but that's the name of the town, Santa Claus, Finland.
Santa Claus, Finland.
Oh yeah, it's Santa Claus is everywhere up there. But yeah, I mean they eat hot dogs up there. But basically, what this is I'm sure Mike has been to Weirton, and I know we asked Keller this question, but I can't remember what his answer was. But if Mike was to come to Weirton just to eat hot dogs, where would he go to get the best hot dog?
You go to Bel Air. Gula's.
He would leave.
I would if I were to say anything, he'd have to travel about half an hour north to East Liverpool to the hot dog shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an East Liverpool.
I think he knows
staple.
about that one. I'm pretty sure he knows about a lot of them, regionally.
Yeah.
But he spent some time in Florida too, so he when I have somebody from down that way, he knows about that too. Well, what do you guys like on your hot dogs individually? Like, what's your topping? What's your go-to? If you eat them, some people don't even eat them.
Mr. Glizzy.
Yeah. What do you like on your wiener?
So if it's in front of me and I could see, the toppings and the chili looks good, chili.
Okay.
If there's like barely anything, all right, just some ketchup.
Just ketchup.
Yep.
Yeah, you line them right up with Harmon.
I think I'm pretty much the same way. If I'm feeling lazy, I'll just throw some ketchup on it. But if I'm feeling fancy, I'll do a chili and cheese.
Yeah. Dip it in milk.
Dip it in milk.
What? Like an Oreo? Like you dip it like an Oreo?
Oh yeah. Oh, milk goes with everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and especially on a hot day.
That's his favorite time to drink it.
Yeah.
You're an animal.
You're an animal. I need that soundbite. You're an animal. Anyway. Okay, T2, what do you like?
I'm a traditional kind of guy. I might get a hot dog with some cheddar in it, but I'm gonna go with ketchup, mustard, and relish.
Ooh, we got a relish man in the house. I don't know what that means, but anyway.
Well,
What do you got?
being a New York native and everything. Okay. All right.
Gotcha.
I'm actually no. Yeah, just glizzy with the mustard, chopped onions, and just like relish. But honestly, is like, was it like brats? How are we with brats? Can we?
Yeah, we can crossover. Crossover. Yeah.
Okay, because I like a good brat. Though if it were my choice, brats over hot dogs. Just
yeah, I don't think there's Mike doesn't like to be on the camera or on the microphone at all. He was only on here once, or well, maybe a couple times on the camera waving, but only one time on the microphone for 5 minutes, and then I just don't like it. So he doesn't have any say on what goes on in this segment. So yes, I will allow bratwurst on here.
Yes, thank you. they deserve a spot in this.
What is the go-to in Weirton? What do people eat in Weirton? Is it pretty general like any other city, or is there something up there that I don't know about down here? Because it is
Just
part
like
of
KFC today.
Yeah.
You got the
KFC,
crazy,
yeah, come on, but KFC is just a bucket of this, a bucket of that.
crazy Mexican. That's pretty good.
It's weird though. There are a lot of Mexican restaurants in West Virginia, which is strange. You would think it'd be more like a Texas thing,
Yeah.
Since they're so close to the border.
What else?
I can't wait till till we get the first busload of migrants around here.
You know what? Theo Yanni's It's a nice Greek restaurant up here.
Yanni's. That
Yeah.
sounds good. It's Greek.
Yeah, yeah,
They have gyros, and Mike hates
Yeah,
when I
and
say that because
poutine.
it's really euros, I guess, right?
yeah.
Heroes.
But if you look at the word, it's gyros. It's always been gyros to me. Gyros.
Yeah,
Isn't that like a dance move? Like
gyrate.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I was looking for. Gyrate. Hey, somebody's Mike. I was gonna say somebody's chatting, but I look down and it's Mike, the guy, my roommate on the couch. He always puts the emoji eyeballs in the chat room when he's listening. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mike knows about the hot dog shop, don't you, Mike? And we're gonna have to wait for him to respond because he can't hear it. He's in there listening to it on his phone, so it's not in real time. There's some latency here, so we'll just sit here and wait for Mike to respond.
Bit of a loop.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna wait for that. Hey, let's listen to now. This one's not a very Christian name. Misery Killing doesn't sound like a very Christian. No, it's not. But what's this song about? Is it about murdering somebody or?
Kind of. It's more or less like I don't want to bring the mood down, but it's like it's about like depression, anxiety.
I think that would bring the mood up. Actually, if you want.
Oh, okay.
Personally, I think. But
It was about like depression, anxiety, that kind of stuff.
okay,
Nothing specific, just
gotcha. No, I love how you have the lyrics on Apple Music because not all the time.
right.
I don't do Spotify, so I don't even know how that works with lyrics. But yeah, I love seeing lyrics because I can follow along and kind of that's what you want anyway. You want people to follow along with the lyrics and know what you're saying and know how you're trying to portray the song. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but I am. Harmon, you're not very talkative tonight. This is kind of depressing. But this song's for you.
All right.
Here's God's End and Mercy Killing. Did I do it right? Is that the way you would want to? Okay, cool.
Rise
gosh, the octave singing at the I can't even do that at all. Like I can't attempt to do that. It would sound awful. But that's way up in the octaves of the vocals. So
It's fun.
What do you think, Harmon?
I was just gonna ask you from start to finish, how long does it take you to write and mix a whole song? Just one track.
Depends. Probably from that time frame. That was more of the mindset of, okay, we got 2 songs, let's knock them out, let's finish them. Week.
Okay.
Wow, that's quick.
Yeah, that is, because that's what I'm finding, like some of the bands that we talk to and that I talk to outside of here, it's like months, you know what I mean, for like putting a drum track and then a guitar track and another one and then bass, you know what I mean, like the whole collective. Because I was trying to knock them out like you know what I mean, except the new technology that I'm using, so a little different for me, because I have to do like live drums, live mic guitars, live bass, live vocals, so everything is mic live versus the digital stuff. But I'm taking my time. That's why the track that Scott played was, was a couple months versus I was like, fuck it, a couple weeks. You know what I mean? So I was kind of curious to see like your process, because I mean, maybe it's just because you're really good at mixing and doing all that stuff, so you can.
You guys live around each other, also, right? You guys are close by.
Close by. For those 2, it wasn't me mixing everything. Like I actually brought both of those songs here, and we all listened to it, and we're like, okay, let's tune this or up this or change this. And there was also a part where I totally scrapped the entire mix and just started over from scratch. And I said, I'm doing too much. Let's just minimize everything. And it made it better than ever. So,
Yeah.
So how many, so a drum track, how many guitar tracks do you have in that last song?
4 quad track,
4?
everything.
Okay.
Well, if you're not doing leads, 4 rhythm, left, right lead, and then dive bomb by itself too.
What about bass? Same thing, 4?
Bass, that was split into 3 this time around.
And when you say like 4 and 3, are you miking it like?
Okay, I get what you're saying. So the
'Cause
quad
like I said,
guitars,
Yeah, go ahead.
guitars, you have the 2 main, and then 2 almost like a sub. It's not like a full tone. It's just bringing it together to kind of glue everything together. 2 totally different guitar tones, making it one full tone. The bass, you have your high like clank, the mid range, and the low sub frequency, and that's all put together that way. But it's not 3 separate track bass. It's one bass.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the stuff that I'm figuring out. Like, because like I said, I mic all my shit, so it's all live, and then it goes right into the computer with Ableton and the interface, and then it's like, like you said, you're tweaking these levels. But the guitar wise, what I'm learning is I'll do one and I'll rip it right down the middle, and that's what you heard on that last track. And then I did a left take with my black guitar, and then I did a right take with my white guitar. So 2 different style tones, and then you can adjust them, and you can kind of pan it and fan it to make it that full sound.
Yeah.
So if you listen to my old shit, I only had one guitar, no bass, drums, and vocals, and it was with a Zoom recorder, and everything was one take live right through.
I was actually
So I have a lot of practice of not fucking anything up. You know what I mean?
I was telling Rob earlier when I was telling Rob about asking you to do the stuff with us for Natural Cause. I was telling Rob earlier that from listening to you for the very first time recording stuff up until now, it's a world of change. Like you're getting. I mean, I've never recorded anything on my own in my life, so I can't compare, myself or anything. But it sounds a lot better than the earlier stuff. So
No, I appreciate it. And
something,
that's
right?
why, like I said, it's nice doing these shows. Yeah, it's nice doing these shows and talking to other bands and their influences, styles, recording styles, methods. I mean, like I said, it's just trying to evolve and constantly try to get better with anything that I can pick up. Or
And were the drums
it's just
live
interesting.
on Misery Killing, that recording?
Yeah, all that's MIDI.
But you can play that on live, right? Like you can play that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane because that was some insane drumming. Like I was like, and like I always tell Rob, I'm like, now be careful, like putting the drums on these songs because we've got to have somebody that can play these things. But that, my goodness, You're hired.
relatable.
Are you sometimes worried, like when you hear a track that
Oh,
that-
we were so.
it's like that, and you're like, I don't know if I can do that or not.
I'll tell you what. So Tyler, a few days ago, he actually helped me put together a drum cover video for myself and everything. And when we were actually in this room, and when he pulled up the software and everything, he started playing one of the songs that like he's working on for us. And I heard like what he has for me to play, and I was like, are you serious? You gonna make me do that? Are you like, you fucking believe in me like that? He's like, no, you got it,
He'll get it. He's got it.
And you got it right.
Yeah, you know, it's like eventually you catch up to the challenge. You know, you just do it. You know,
I don't want to take any time away from you guys because you know you guys were on the show, but I did forget to at the beginning to mention what I wanted to mention. I did see a fantastic show on Friday with Convictions, and they actually headlined, and it was their hometown of Fremont, Ohio. I've never been there before. And Bloodlines also played. They're from Texas. And Knock for Six, they're from Toledo. They played. I didn't get there in time to watch them, but I did talk to them about coming on this show, which was cool. But Confessions of a Traitor was on this show. They're from London, England, and they were on this show. Gosh, I think it was after the Facebook days. I think it was after I had moved to YouTube, and then just last August, right around this time last year, they were on the show again when they signed to Face Down Records, and which is Convictions is on there, and so is Bloodlines. And they were like, you know, we want to come to America to play. You know, I think that's a lot of goals, or a lot of other bands in other countries. That's their goal, is to get here eventually. And you know, even though their scenes are huge, and I mean, there's a huge music scene in Finland. There's Sweden, and you know, but you know, that was one of their goals was to come to America to play. And I was lucky enough to meet them in person. I mean, what are the chances that a band in London or a band in any other country, that I was going to meet them in person? You know, that's not why I do it. You know, I still love to meet them over Zoom, but I mean, I gave Steven a hug, you know, the lead singer of Confessions of a Traitor, when I first saw him, you know, and you know, the other guys that weren't able to make it on the show both times. I don't know why, but I yelled at him and I was like, listen, very next time you guys come on. So I was like, Steven and Seb they can take a break. But Seb is their drummer, and he was on both shows. And you know, on Zoom you can't tell how tall somebody is, right? I'm about 6'3", so I'm used to looking down at people.
Yeah.
You know, majority. This guy was towering over me. I got it. Okay. So Seb was about here, his head. I'm like, hey, buddy, what's going on? I'm that guy from Acute Mania Lab, you know. But just so sweet of guys, and you know, it's their first time in America. Their first time touring in America, and it was their first show. Like, they were literally just off the plane, you know, the previous day. So they were probably jet lagged for one thing. But they put on a great show. I'll be posting clips to Instagram and stuff here pretty soon when I go through it. But it was just I mean, that's awesome. You know, it's just like I mean, I didn't start the show to just do that, you know, just to be able to meet these bands in person. I started to highlight them, you know. Like, I try to find them, and you know, the unsigns and the locals, the regionals, and you know, guys from California, you know. But I never think that I'm actually going to meet these dudes in real life, you know. But it happens. I'm at the Undertaking. Harmon, remember that?
Yeah.
I met them. They're from San Diego. I never thought I was ever going to meet them. I met them recently, and these guys from London, you know. So I just want to give them a huge shout out and best wishes for their tour. They're going. They did Louisville last night, and you know, they're going down to Texas and out to California and stuff. And so I hope they have a great time touring America for the first time. So just wanted to say that. Oh, and I always try to feature a shirt every show. It's kind of a newer kind of thing I'm doing. But this is, let's see, where's the camera there? This is Chalk Hands. Chalk Hands was on probably about a year ago, but they're going to come back on soon. They just got off of a tour over in Europe. They're from England, not necessarily London, but somewhere around London. I can't remember exactly, but they're a very good band, kind of like mathcore, what do they call it, post rock or prog rock or something like that. where the
Like
time
it.
changes and stuff. It's phenomenal music. But I finally got a shirt from them and just got the shirt, so I figured I'd wear it tonight. My confession shirt has to go through the wash first, So, but they all signed it. I got a shirt from Confessions, and they signed it, and so, yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
That's a terrible.
Math rock's not bad. I think the only math rock band that I actually know is American Football. If you could call them.
I remember them. I don't remember one specific song, but was there a big song that they come out with?
Yeah, Never Meant. I know that was like their, like, honestly, that song itself has become a meme, I think. Like you scroll down Instagram like a few slides, and it'll,
there it is.
Just the little diddles and everything, but
I probably
they're
know
not
it.
bad.
I probably know it. Yeah.
Olivia like math.
I hate math, therefore I hate
I hate math too. Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Like
I hate
Sean,
that.
I think Sean is like math rock.
Oh, Mike did respond finally. He said he's never been to the hot dog house, but he said he almost opened a restaurant in East Liverpool at the time. At one time. At one time, he opened a restaurant up in around Fairmont recently, and he hasn't sponsored me yet, so I'm not even gonna say the name. He does bring me. He's brought me a salad. Yes,
How nice of him.
salad. But he serves hoagies and hamburgers and hot dogs. Imagine that.
Lizzie's.
But he does have very good food. He's he cooks here, not so much anymore, but he cooks. It's good food. What do you guys like on your pizza?
Pineapple.
I'm gonna start that segment.
I
Right now.
like mushroom. I actually do like mushroom. Like
Mushrooms are
mushroom pizza.
mushrooms are gross.
Not for everyone.
Is there any ham and pineapple people? Yeah, I knew there was one. I can go with that. Mm-hmm. Pineapple deserves to be on pizza. Sometimes. I'm sure
Speaking of like pizza and everything, when we had to pick up Dem's Fighting Words when they broke down and everything, that's one of the questions I asked them. I was like, oh, you guys are from Chicago, so
yeah.
Me being from like Long Island and everything.
There's a big debate with that because I've had both.
But here's the thing. They told us themselves, like, they were like, no, that's a tourist thing. Like, we like them. Yeah, like the whole deep dish shit, it apparently costs like $50 to get a deep dish, and they're only like that big. So they're like, yeah, no, we're with the thin crust. Like,
What's the New York thing then? What did you tell them in response?
well, the fucking, the
Sicilian, right?
the pizza and the bagels, that's
Yeah.
it, and the hot dogs if you go down to Manhattan,
Yeah. Now I was going to ask you during the wiener segment, because that's what it's called. It's not the hot dogs, but are you is it like Nathan's, or are you like a cart, like what do they call it, the food? They don't call it food carts, or the carts in the like city where it's just a cart.
those are usually, it's actually so Nathan's is like what is it, Coney Island, like,
That's
and
right, yeah,
it
yeah.
sort of branched out from there, but like,
Oh, yeah, Coney Island, yeah, is that how you say it?
that's good, that's not bad.
I'm trying.
A lot of their stuff is like either like Sabret's or Hebrew National. That's usually the guys that go around on the carts down there in
Yeah.
downtown.
I did have Paper Champs on recently. The guy, I don't know if you saw it, Harmon. It was Stefan. Remember Stefan Milk?
Yep.
Remember him? He actually got hit by a vehicle and lost all the
yeah.
music on his computer because he didn't save it to the cloud. It was hilarious. It's up on the thing, but they were calling it. They weren't calling it food carts. Like like in the city, like those guys had just set up a cart. It was
Yeah.
called something else. They called it something else.
Oh, halal food. Like
No, it was I'll never remember. I'll have to go back and watch it again or listen to it again or something like that. But yeah, it was. Harmon remembers Milk, don't you?
Mhm.
He was on a couple times, I think, at the same time as you were.
He was on my first show.
He's
actually.
something for sure. Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Milk, poor Milk. He got hit by a truck, but not like
Right.
I thought. See, when he first started telling that story, I thought it was like a semi truck, the way he was telling it. But apparently it was just like a Tacoma. So I mean, You're fine. You're
He'll
fine.
be all right.
Yeah.
Whiny.
Get him back in the game.
Yeah.
So what do you guys got? What do you guys have? You have that Charleston show coming up. Is that the first thing you have coming up, or do you have something more recent?
That's the first thing we got coming up.
And
We
when is
have
that one.
What's that?
When is that show?
September 9th.
I think I'm off that weekend. I'm gonna have to make a trip. I think.
I will send you the information.
Please do that. I will photographize the crap out of that station. I'm making these words up as I go.
Other than that, we've been working on an actual album for the last couple months. We have like kind of like goals we need to hit to make things work the way we want them to work.
Sure.
But we're trying to play as many shows as we can and keep the ball rolling and just stay active.
Now, do you guys look up to Kevin as the boss of the band, like his band?
It's
Or
like
are you kind of like?
we,
No, I mean this, and like are you guys? Well, yeah, I'm kind of making fun of that, but are you guys kind of all on the same level to where like you feel like you have input? You can say this is what I think here on this.
Yeah, I mean, we all have equal input.
Yeah.
He pretty much brings most of the ideas to the table, but
Yeah.
it's pretty open to however we want to do it.
Because if not, voice it now, because we're this is a safe place. Harmon's a therapist. This is a safe place. You're allowed to- now we're not there, so we are not responsible for what physically happens to you. But
No, it's super cool. I think we look at Kevin more like our fearless leader. Like he's he holds it down for all of us. In my opinion.
so like Daddy. You call him Daddy
Yeah.
Kev?
Yeah, that's it. As he grabs my hand.
Daddy Kev. I'm gonna call him Daddy Kev from now on.
That's right.
Daddy
Big Daddy
Kev.
Kevo.
We did have a guy in a bathtub recently on the show. That was interesting. Together Lost down from down in they were they're more like Beckley over that area. The other side of Charleston. Yeah, they were cool. Yeah, he was in the bath. The drummer was in the bathtub. He was probably sore. Probably sore, from.
To kind of follow up on what you said, I'm not the kind of guy to go, okay, this is the guitar part, play it exactly.
Right, yeah, no, I didn't really mean
No,
it like.
I'm not saying you did. I just got to make sure I say it that way.
Daddy Kev. Daddy
So
Kev
like
from now
with
on.
our stuff that we got coming up, like we have demo phase, pre-pro phase, and then finalized. Everything's finalized. We got out of the demo phase. We've gone, okay, this song is pretty much how it's going to be. Now we're in the pre-pro phase where we're going, okay, what drum parts do you want to add? Or if we're going to switch anything up, are we going to do it now? Otherwise, it's going to move into the final phase and kind of go from there. So these guys do have great input. They have equal input, and I love them.
I mean, even the demo.
Too bad if it's
But
Rob
us
or
just-
Silent Rob or whatever calling him can't hear us, because that's what I need to do with this then, right? With my project idea, because I don't have everybody's recruited basically. There's no like official members. So Rob, so we have to go by phases, okay? He's trying not to listen to me. He's looking at me like phases, like recording phase or writing phases and things. I know you won't watch it. He's mad. Okay. We're not doing this here. Tell him we're not doing this here. No, but it is tough. I know what Harmon goes through now. As I progress through what I'm doing. We released 2 songs, but now there's nobody, and it's me. And there's got to be people with ideas, and that's exactly what you guys are saying. That's why I asked those tougher questions. Like how do you guys write together? Is there a writing together? I mean, how do you?
We literally right before this started, we just had a quick little meeting, and that's kind of what we're going to try to work on next, writing together and seeing what happens from there.
Well, let us know for sure. I mean, not
don't kill each other.
joking with it, kind of joking with it. But yeah, let us know how that works, because I'm sure there's other people like Harmon and I that we're trying to do things on our own. We want to do things on our own, but we also you have to have somebody with another opinion of what you're doing, because what you're hearing is probably doesn't sound as good as you think it does to someone else, and that's who's going to hear it is someone else. There's always going to be someone else hearing it, and if you release it and it's just what you came up with, it's probably not going to be that good, like that's why there's bands. I mean, well, I guess there is Seal and Celine Dion and like the just the singers, but you know, there's a group of people that come up with the music that goes with that to make it what it is, you know. So there's always other people. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know if this makes any sense, but you know,
I think there's like 100 ways to do one thing, and
Yeah.
some people know. Like me and Kevin talked about this earlier. Like there's faster ways, or there's like slower ways to do one thing, and
right.
with multiple minds coming together, someone might know that faster way. That
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
you
or
just
hear
solve-
or hear something in that doesn't sound
Yeah.
right for that moment, and be like, hey, try this part, you know,
Mhm.
try this on there. See, Rob, this is how we do. We don't argue. We just sit and talk about it.
So yeah, it's all constructive criticism, you know.
He's not getting involved. He said, "Well, we'll talk. We'll talk when the show's over. That's what we'll do, and I'll I'll live stream it."
Ask him how many times I got to track fucking vocals.
Oh well, that's not what I do. No. So you're out of the band. You're out of the band. Here, let me see that real quick. Is that yeah? So this is his 7. This is his 7.
I will.
Whoop.
Washburn 7.
There it is.
I'm adding.
That's cool.
That's his.
Never
No.
seen a Washburn 7 before.
He said he's never seen a Washburn 7 before. You just did. It's right. It's right there.
Seymour Duncan.
All right,
What? Seymour Duncan. What?
God.
Seymour Duncan. Something. Here, just say it on the microphone here.
Nazgul.
Nazgul. He said.
Sentient.
Sentient pickups. Whatever that means.
The Nazgul? What is that? Lord of the Rings?
What are the rings? Pickups.
He knows what they mean.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. He said he knows what they mean. No, he doesn't.
Or the Black Widows.
Or the Black Widow.
Nazgul. That's the ring wraiths.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
guys with the silly swords that
That's
you
what he's
know.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
They know exactly what you're talking about. He said, yeah.
Frodo gets stabbed and
Harmon knows.
Bitch.
Harmon's got a couple nice guitars, and one of them signed by all the guys from not Seven.
Static X.
Static X. Why did I say Seven Dust? That was a horrible comparison.
Well, they're on tour with them right now.
Just say they're about to do that tour together.
Yeah. So
Kevin, where's the next photography moment that I will catch you at?
I'm waiting for Live Nation to get me back on a couple of events at Star Lake. Other than that, you know, I don't know.
Are you guys
Wherever.
going to do a music video for any of your songs?
More than likely, yeah.
All right. Will you film it? Will you do you do that stuff also?
What's that?
Do you film video also? Will you be the person filming for the videos?
That's on the table, I'm sure, but there's other people that know way more than me that I'm sure we could find someone better.
Harmon, you need to do a couple also for your stuff.
well, tell Kevin to come up here. Or I'll come down there. and
I'll
we'll
come up
bring
there.
all
I
the
got a
stuff.
gimbal. I got one of those gimbal things. You know, I'll film the crap out of it. That's what they're for. I'm pretty sure. No, I don't know what they're for. I don't know what they're for. They're not for Powerman 5000. I know that. He called me out and he said, "No, don't put it down." Hey guys, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been a lot of fun talking wieners with you. I mean, and other stuff, you know. But wieners
It's been a
definitely.
pleasure.
Harmon, thanks for co-hosting again. It's been too long. You need to come back and do this again.
I'm here.
We'll talk.
Hit me up. It's nice meeting you guys too.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Yeah,
I haven't. This is a good starting a good week. You know, I don't know if you count Sundays as the beginning of the week. Some people do, some people don't. But it's starting a good week because I have another West Virginia native on Friday at 6. I think it's at 6. I don't have to look at the thing, but Zach Elmore is a singer songwriter. He'll be on Friday. I believe it's pretty sure it's at 6. You guys know him? You know Zach? Neither do I. So we'll meet him on Friday.
Oh yeah.
We'll meet him on Friday, and then 2 days later on Sunday we will have In Shallow Seas. I believe they're a Pittsburgh band. In Shallow Seas, it's kind of I don't want to say it's a lot of shoegaze, but it's kind of shoegazy. With that,
You guys isn't bad. Yeah.
So we'll meet them on Sunday, and then I don't really have anybody. I'm starting to go back. Well, I'm beyond starting because I've done this already, but I'm going back to people that were on the show a long time ago. And I'm in talks with a guy named Mars Hall that was on episode 3 eons ago. You guys are episode 212, so it's been a long time since Mars has been on. But I was talking to him while I was in Cleveland and about coming back on the show, and he's expressed interest for that. So hopefully we'll get him back on to talk about whatever he's up to in Austin. He lives in Austin, Texas now, so
There you go.
we might
Stay
talk to
weird.
him. And then we got to bring Harmon back for something, sometime, as a guest. Right? It's been a while.
Yeah.
Your brother was on the
we'll
last
wait.
time we did it.
Yeah. We'll wait. Might wait until I got something.
I'll wait till you're ready. And then I might have a show and feature myself and interview myself. Rob's always said, "Why don't you interview yourself?" That'd just be weird. I don't know what to ask myself, but it might be interesting. It might be interesting, so I might do that. I don't
You can come back up here for that episode.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I'll interview you.
Oh God. Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess it'd be anybody but Tracy, right? Alrighty. You guys didn't meet Tracy. She's not allowed here. She's only allowed here when I invited her here. She was here for the 3-year show. And Bo's back also. Bo's back around here. He's on break from the summer. Anyway, all right. We're gonna close the show tonight with Bloodlines. They're one of the bands I saw this weekend up in Fremont. They're also touring with Confessions and Convictions. And this song is really good. It's one of their newer songs. It's called Psalm of the Depths. It's one of those words, depths, because it has a P in it. You can't go over the P, right? Anybody?
Was that like? Did you say Psalms like out of the Bible?
Yeah, Bible Psalms, like so. It's
That's
Psalm of the Depths.
Yeah,
You really want to say it the right way.
that's a tongue twister. Psalms
is.
of the depths.
Psalms of the Depths. You know, I don't know. Hey, if you guys have 5 minutes, you want to chill for a little bit, we'll talk a little bit after I kill the live stream here in a little bit.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I'm going to change the marquee from God's End to Zach Elmore. This might be difficult, but I have it ready, so we'll see how long it takes me. But thank you guys again for being on, and come back.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do this again. Let's talk wieners again. You know, who wouldn't want to?
We'll talk wieners with you all night, babe.
I don't have an.
Oh yeah,
I don't have one of
that was too long of a pause. I feel weird now.
You should, as you should. I did my job, right?
Oh shit.
And thank you all for watching, and hit the subscribe button. Damn it, I have 378. I'm so close to 1,000. So close. 378.
There you go.
There's 4 of you, so we should get it to whatever. What is it?
I was 378.
You're okay. So Kevin's good. You guys. I don't even think Harmon
subscribed.
subscribed yet.
Did
Are
you?
you?
I subscribed. Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't have one.
You don't have one. What? I'll get you one.
You know what? I'll
Yeah.
even put the bell on for you guys.
Yes, the bell. Ding, ding, ding. Anyway.
No, hey, no. You know what? I'll put the bell on for you guys if you let me do a quick shout out for one of my boys.
You can do a lot of shout outs.
Okay, so these guys, Stand Still. They're out of Long Island. You know, my boy Matt Reinecker. Yeah, get the hell out. Matt Reinecker. He plays bass in that band. He's a good friend of mine from college. So you know, if
Tell
you
them
get-
to come on the show. I'm sure they know wieners too. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh, they'll talk wieners all night with you.
Awesome. Let's do it. Yeah. Hook me up. Hook me up. Hook me up.
Yeah, for sure. They're cool guys. Good guys. Give them a
Anybody
listen.
else want to? Harmon, what do you got? You got a shout out, Harmon? Harmon's muted. Oh, no, you're not.
No, I don't have any shout outs. I'm good.
When
You already
does
gave me,
when's
you
the
already
dark
gave me a
come
shout
out?
out.
When's the dark come out fully?
I don't know yet. I'm still waiting. I got actually an old high school friend. He's from Pittsburgh, but he's an artist, like comic books, like everything. Pretty established, but I got him doing some of the artwork.
Nice.
Reworking the Hateds label. Got some shirts in the making right now, so I'm kind of waiting until I get the art and everything, and then I'm also waiting to get the final master back from the studio, and then just kind of release it actually on like Spotify and iTunes, not SoundCloud anymore.
Yeah,
So-
there you go. Yeah, do the DistroKid thing. For
But
sure.
yeah, I'm just waiting. Now, like I said, I want the quality. Like I said, that's why I was asking those guys too, like to see the process, and because I want the better quality for to release it before
Yeah,
people can pay for it or anything. So
yeah. Get it out there to the the Spotify's and the Apples and stuff like that for sure. This is I need to order more stickers because this is the last of the Community Live bumper stickers that I have because they've kind of diminished here lately. But I will get you guys some, and I will hand deliver them on September the 9th.
Yep.
Out of the Blue Parrot. I will put that in my phone now. Well, once I get my phone's the camera, so once I get my phone back, I will put it on my reminders and send me some info about it as well. And I will hand deliver you Keep Me Alive bumper stickers.
Oh yeah.
Thank
There's
you.
no reason to mail it if we're so close together. I mean, that's just kind of dumb, you know? Why are you talking like that? I don't know. Anyway, here's Bloodlines with Psalm of... No, it's Psalm of the Depths. Depths. I still can't do it. I'll change the marquee, and thank you guys again. And I'll see you guys on Friday at, I believe it's 6 o'clock. I don't have to look at the thing, and it's on the thing if you want to... Anyway. Bye-bye.
I hear you calling through the waters of the unknown. All rules of logic and knowledge have gone overboard. My vision's blurred and my feet are solid stone. And as I sing, you hold my hand in your own. Oh, like waves, they come and go. Like waves, don't let me go.